And the beast that was, and is not, even he is the eighth, and is of the seven, and goeth into perdition. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. These shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. For he is Lord of lords, and King of kings, and they that are with him are called, and chosen, and faithful. Revelation 17:11-14. On August 6, 2024, Kamala Harris announced Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her vice presidential pick for a running mate in the 2024 election. She then appeared with Walz in Philadelphia for their first rally.
We're going to begin with the new Democratic ticket in the presidential race. You saw it last night. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz made a big debut as running mate to Vice President Kamala Harris in front of a very energized crowd in Philadelphia.
It was electric inside the arena too, Gail. 10,000 screaming supporters, thousands more who were waiting outside but couldn't get in. A vice president and a running mate lavishing praise on one another, genuinely seemed to like each other.
When we take a deeper look at this event, it becomes obvious that this was another satanic ritual meant to exalt the devil and his Antichrist. So without further ado, let's get into it. Kamala Harris's call to Tim Walz was obviously staged.
Hi, this is Tim.
It's Kamala Harris. Good morning, Governor.
Good morning, Madam Vice President.
Listen, I want you to do this with me. Let's do this together. Would you be my running mate and let's get this thing on the road?
I would be honored, Madam Vice President.
The joy that you're bringing back to the country, the enthusiasm that's out there, it'll be a privilege to take this with you across the country.
In the same way that the call from Barack and Michelle Obama to endorse Kamala was orchestrated beforehand as well.
Kamala!
Hello.
Hi!
Hey there!
Aw, hi, you're both together. Oh, it's good to hear you both.
I can't have this phone call without saying to my girl Kamala, I am proud of you. This is going to be historic.
We called to say Michelle and I couldn't be prouder to endorse you and to do everything we can to get you through this election and into the Oval Office.
In the video of the phone call from Kamala to Walz, he was wearing a camouflage hunter's cap. The reference to a hunter connects back to the explosion at the Chase Bank in the Realty Building in Youngstown, Ohio, which was across the street from the address 44 Huntington.
Keep thinking about this girl's baby that made it out just like seconds ago.
Remember I showed you how the woman with the child escaped from the building just before the explosion. We discovered that this satanic ritual was meant to point to the woman with child who escapes being hunted by the red dragon in Revelation 12:4-6, which declares, "And his tail drew the third part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. And she brought forth a man-child, who was to rule all nations with a rod of iron. And her child was caught up unto God and to his throne. And the woman fled into the wilderness, where she hath a place prepared of God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days." The hunter then is a reference to the remnant of the children of Israel that will be hunted by the devil during the tribulation period, as found in Revelation 12:17, which declares, "And the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. Moreover, from the day Obama endorsed Kamala, July 26th, which was synchronized with the opening of the Olympic Games, to August 6th, the day Kamala called Tim Walz to select him as her running mate, was 11 days. Strong's Concordance lists H11 as Abaddon, which is the place of destruction and ruin. Abaddon is also the name of the king of the bottomless pit. Not only that, but the date Kamala selected Walz, August 6th, hides a secret. August 6th is 86, and Strong's Concordance lists G86 as Hades, which means Pluto, the god of the lower regions. He is the same as Orcus, which is a name for the netherworld, the infernal regions, the realm of the dead, and its god. Hades is also the grave, death, and hell. The connection of Kamala and Walz to the king of the bottomless pit is not by happenstance, as it is confirmed when we look at the meaning of their names, Harris-Walz, together. The name Harris comes from Harry, which means to make war, lay waste, ravage, plunder, and to destroy. It also means the ruler, leader, and commander of the hosts or army. The name Walz derives from the Old High German Walthari, which is composed of the root words Walt, meaning power, and Harry, meaning warrior. Together, these create Walter's meaning, commander of the army. Thus, the name Harris and Walz, together with the date August 6th or 86, and the number of days between Kamala's call to Walz and Obama's call to Kamala, which was 11, mean the following: the destroyer who makes war and lays waste, the ruler, leader, and commander of the army of infernal regions, the god of the underworld, death, and hell, Abaddon, the king of the bottomless pit. In addition, Governor Walz was governor of Minnesota. Here you see him standing in front of the lavender or purple hermaphroditic symbol used by Prince, who sang Purple Rain. Without a doubt, this lets you know that Walz is a servant of Satan, dedicated to bringing about the purple rain of Antichrist. Minnesota also connects Walz to the Viking, sixth king, or sixth god, which is another reference to Saturn or Satan. This effectively connects Harris and Walz to the devil and Satan, and the setting free or releasing of the king of the bottomless pit, Abaddon or Apollyon, as found in Revelation 9:11, which declares, "And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon." This is confirmed by the fact that Harris and Walz are using Beyonce's song Freedom to promote their campaign.
In this election, we each face a question. What kind of country do we want to live in? There are some people who think we should be a country of chaos, of fear, of hate. But us, we choose something different. We choose freedom.
We saw the mention of freedom connected with Abaddon before, when Kanye West set himself on fire during his Donda release party as a reference to Abaddon while singing "I'm Free." We also saw it again through a video made by Bobby Cremo, also known as Awake the Rapper, who carried out a mass shooting at a 4th of July parade as a reference to freedom as well.
Freedom. Are you in need of freedom? Are you in need of freedom? Are you in need of freedom? Well, buy it today. Have you been held a prisoner of your own device? Buy freedom today. It's 100% freedom. Have you been held prisoner of your own device?
We choose something different. We choose freedom.